Yeah, I think just the sentiment changing, first of all, it prevents the hemorrhage of developer talent and venture capital dollars overseas. And hopefully it even reverses it. And we start to see those funds, those entrepreneurs, those investors coming back to do business in the United States. That's the first and foremost thing that we want to see. I think the other elements are really harnessing stablecoins, which is a killer app of programmable blockchains and public blockchains. Stablecoins are around the 15th largest buyer of U.S. Treasuries. Most stablecoins are denominated in dollars, about 98% the last time that I looked. So stablecoins could really prolong the US dollar as the world reserve currency. And that's both good for the crypto industry, but also good for the United States.
What sort of upside are we looking at? Because I mean, people like Bitcoin's a scam. Bitcoin's a scam. Now, Bitcoin at the time of recording this is about around 100K. I mean, how much higher are we going to see? Bitcoin and crypto in the space generally. I mean, they've been doing all this in pretty negative, like regulatory conditions. So, if the U.S. government is giving everybody a green light, I mean, is this just the beginning?
I think it is. I personally don't set price targets, but I've been reading price targets from Fidelity and Michael Saylor and others that have Bitcoin being, over certainly well over 100,000, approaching 200,000 in 2025, and they go up pretty astronomically from there. So you're obviously going to see altcoins rally whenever people rotate out of their Bitcoin winnings and into some altcoins. But I think Bitcoin is the true winner here. You've got Bitcoin growing in market dominance. Their share of the overall crypto market cap has been increasing quite a bit the last several months, and you'll have some other altcoins, and it remains to be seen who's going to win the programmable blockchain, smart contract war between Solana and Ethereum and all the other programmable blockchains. But there will be some clear winners emerge here. It is very clear that Bitcoin will be one of them, and whichever other altcoins emerge, I think depends on how much utility they bring and what kind of applications are being built on top of them.
Yeah, look, and I generally see the space the same way, but I will say, I have to ask this question, like, what about a reversal though? What if Trump doesn't do the things that he says he's going to do, and then we go back to this sort of Gary Gensler style, regulation by enforcement style? I mean, could a reversal destroy the space? Like, what happens if the regulatory situation does not play out the way everyone thinks it's going to?
Yeah, I'd look at it similar to other industries like the tech industry or the energy industry, right? You have people that are trust busters or perhaps not friendly towards various industries. I mean, we're seeing Google under a lot of pressure right now to sell off some of the parts of its business around search in particular. And that's what I would expect. If there was a reversal, it would not destroy the industry. It would change some things. We might see, the continued outflow of talent from the U.S. to places like Singapore and Luxembourg, Cyprus, and other jurisdictions. But the industry is so far along, and there's so much that's been built. There's no stopping it.
And look, we've only got a minute left, but I mean, what is this tension between innovation and regulation? It just seems in the tech space, we're always those two things are always fighting, right?
It is, and it's a pendulum. So we'll swing from over-regulation to to lacks of regulations where you get some consumer harm, and that's been the case for centuries, and not only in tech but in all sorts of industrial endeavors. So right now we're in a period of over-regulation. That pendulum is going to start to swing back. Hopefully it doesn't swing too far, but it inevitably will, and regulation will be coming. It's up to the crypto industry to really self regulate in a sense, so that those obstacles, those roadblocks, are not coming in the very near term, but they're coming years down the road, where that pendulum is swinging less violently and is staying true to course, where we have an appropriate level, modest regulations, market friendly regulations, but regulations that still protect consumers.
Lee. You're such a pro. You came in at the perfect time. I'm enjoying talking to you. We've got one more segment with Lee Bratcher on open source.